Hello guys, I'm Dutch. Nice to see you again. Today I will going to read Alexander and the Wind of Mouse. I borrowed it actually, so I can't have to turn. Oh wait, I have. What about this? That's good. And let's start it. Alexander and the Wind of Mouse by Leo Loney. Help! Help! A mouse! There was a scream, then a crash. Cups, saucers, and spoons were flying in all directions. Alexander ran for his hole as fast as his little leg could carry him. Oh no! All Alexander wanted was a few crumbs, and yet every time that they saw him, they would scream for help or chase him with a broom. One day, when there was no one in the house, Alexander heard a squeak in Annie's room. He sneaked in, and what did he see? Another mouse, but not an ordinary mouse. Like himself, instead of legs, it had two little wheels, and on its back there was a key. "Who are you?" asked Alexander. "I am Willie the Wind of Mouse, Annie's favorite toy. But they wind me to make me run around in circles. They cuddle me, and at night I sleep on a soft white pillow between the doll and a woolly teddy bear. Everyone loves me." "They don't care much for me," said Alexander sadly, but he was happy to find a friend. "Let's go to the kitchen and look for crumbs," he said. "Oh, I can't," said Willie. "I can only move when they wind me. But I don't mind. Everyone loves me." Alexander too came to love Willie. He went to visit him whenever he could. He told him of his adventure with brooms, flying saucers, and mouse-turps. Millie talked about the penguin, the wobbly bear, and mostly about Annie. The two friends spent about happy hours together. But when he was alone in the dark of hideout, Alexander thought of Willie very envy. "Ah," she sighed, "why can't I be a wind mouse like Willie and be carried and loved?" One day Willie told a strange story. "I've heard," he whispered, "my story so. My story. That my mysteries. That is the garden and end of the pedal path. Close to the blackberry bush there lives a magic lizard who can change an animal into another." "Do you mean," said Alexander, "that he could change me into wind the mouse like you?" That very afternoon, Alexander went into the garden and ran to the end of the path. "Lizard, lizard," he whispered, and suddenly there stood before him, full of colors of flowers and butterflies, a large lizard. "Is it true that you could change me into a wind mouse?" asked Alexander in a quavering voice. When the moon is around," moon when the moon is round, said Richard. Bring me a purple petal. For days and days, Alexander searched the garden for a purple petal. In vain, he found yellow petal and blue petal, green petal, but not one teeny purple petal. At last, tired and hungry, he returned to the house. In a corner of the pantry, he saw a box full of old toys, and there between blocks and broken dolls was Willie. What happened? Said Alexander, surprised. Willie told him a sad story. It began being Annie's birthday. There had been a party and everyone had brought a gift. The next day, Willie sighed. Many of the old toys were dumped in this box. We will all thrown again. Alexander was almost in tears. Poor Willie, he thought, but then suddenly something caught his eyes. Could it really be? Yes, it is. It was a little purple petal. All excited, he ran to the garden. The preacher petal tied in his arms. There was a full moon. Out of breath, Alexander stopped near the blackberry bush. Richard, in the bush, he called quickly. The ribs rustled, and there stood the Richard. The moon is round, the petal found, said Richard. Who or what do you wish to be? I want to be. Alex stopped. The soldier said, Richard, could you change Willie into a mouth like me? The Richard blinked. There was a blank light, and then all was quiet. The purple petal was gone. Alexander ran back to the house as fast as he could. The box was there, but Alice, it was empty. Too late, he thought, and with a heavy heart, he went to his hole in the baseboard. Something squeaked. Haughtily, Alexander moved closer to the hole. There was a mouse inside. Who are you? Said Alexander, a little frightened. My name is Willie, said the mouse. Willie! Cried Alexander. The Richard did it! He hugged Willie, and then they ran to the garden path, and they danced until dawn. The end. It's a good story, don't it? Do you think it's a good story? Well, it is a good story. It's the best story. It's like Alexander likes Willie, so I think Alexander saved Willie. So they're best friend ever after. Bye bye everyone, and see you again.